everybody.
Or if you're soaking it in a little bit, I mean, you had this massive, huge event, financially successful. You had a phenomenal performance in there. You won all 3 rounds, a 10-8 in a couple of them. And then just the only thing that doesn't go right is to get the perfect ending, I'm sure, the way you wanted to get, a nice, clean stoppage. So what is the emotion like right now? I mean, everything great except for maybe just didn't walk out of the cage you wanted to.
As far as painting my Picasso, I almost got to do it. I heard a lot of comments. I read a lot of media stuff. People talking about the later the fight goes, or if the fight hits the ground, or in certain situations, I'd be outworked and outclassed. Not happening. I want somebody to pull up a fight that I've faded in the 4th or 5th round. That's not gonna happen. What happened in the 3rd was just gonna keep happening in the 4th and in the 5th. I haven't eaten either, so. Oh yeah, that's good pizza. Fuck yeah. So I was ready to fuck him up. Keep going, man. Nate's a fucking dog though. Cause those same shots I've hit a lot of people, I fold them like a long chair. You literally gotta kill that dude. I said in every interview leading up to this, or it wasn't a line, man. You gotta kill that dude.
Let's say you were smiling in there. It looked like you were having fun. I mean, you were
Always.
talking a little bit. Yeah. How did the fight play out versus your expectations? You knew he was going to be tough, but it seemed like you were having success in most aspects of it.
That's exactly how we saw the fight playing out. We'll touch him up in the chin. If he's still there after I touch him up in the chin, we'll work the body, and we'll go back to the chin. We'll win the wrestling scrambles. We'll win the clinch work. And he'll just get tired from the damage that we're putting out. I have one of the best gas tanks in this division. I'm going to prove it at some point against everybody. I didn't feel that I was getting tired, at all. I think he was a little bit more tired because he had to step on the gas a little harder than I did, especially with the body shots I was landing.
You immediately said, hey, we can run it back because of the way it ended. Dana came in here and said, listen, I don't know. I don't think that's the way I want to go right now. So tell us what you think. I mean, obviously, you're going to have a lot of options on the table. Is there something that, like, inside you that really, really wants to run this back next? Or do you feel like, maybe you could run it back in the future at some point? There's other things up right now. What makes sense to you?
I'm the most competitive person this whole fucking company's ever seen, man. I don't want nothing to take my greatness to say some guy tripped on the pebble and that's how I beat him. That's not me. I want to end him. I want to send him off to another dimension. I got nothing but respect for the dude, but that's the type of artwork I like to do. I didn't get it on this one. Are we going to rematch tomorrow, next week? I don't know, but it will happen at some point,
Would you prefer it be next, or would you be open to other fights first?
I'm open to the money, and he's a money fight. If Canelo wants to get his ass kicked, that's a fight I'll take, I'm just here to get the biggest checks possible. But Nate is in the future for a fact. We're doing it next year, the year after that, but it's going to happen.
Nice. Last thing for me, Jorge, is as you were leaving, it was tough to see. It looked like somebody in the crowd went after you, or there was some kind of little incident off to the side as you were leaving the octagon before you made your way past press row. Do you know what happened over there?
Nah, those are rumors, man. Ain't nothing happened.
You just said if Canelo wants to get it, right? When did that idea, possibility come into your mind?
I can box. I can hit hard. I got different angles. I'm not going to get tired in a 12-round boxing event, especially if I have time to prepare for it. It's just kind of fate. He's fighting today. I'm fighting today. I heard we killed him on the fucking pay-per-views. UFC, what up? You're welcome. I don't know. I like to break his face, man. Just fight. Just test myself. Make a lot of money for testing myself. But I truly feel I could make it 1-1 MMA versus boxing.
Fair enough. And you said after the win over Askren that you wanted the UFC to find someone who could beat you. Does that person exist on the roster right now after this win tonight?
I'll prove it that they don't exist.
I mean, this rematch thing, we'll see how it plays out, but I think in a lot of people's minds, if Colby Covington beats Kamaru Usman next month, it's the fight people want to see. How close of an eye are you going to be keeping on that fight?
If I have trouble sleeping, I hang out, smoke weed, and fucking pass out and eat a lot of food and stuff. I don't need to see that fight, so I won't be watching that shit. And that's just math speaking. I mean, who the fuck have they knocked out? I got more stoppages this year than them their whole fucking career combined. That's just math, though. You can look it up. Yeah, I know you guys like that. That's just the truth, man. Are we gonna fight when that championship of sissies is done? and the dust settles, and if one of them makes it to the fight, because these guys are always pulling out against each other, I'll be there when the dust settles. I don't know when or not, but it's on my terms though now. And this fight, I told the UFC, I told my manager, I wasn't gonna fight no more after July. The fight was not that long, my last one before this one, but the training camp was about 12 weeks, and I had suffered a couple of hand injuries going into the fight. Thank God it didn't last long, and I didn't want to fight this year. They called me with the greatest opportunity of my life, and I said, fuck it, let's do it. Let's risk it all. I won, so I am going to take a little bit of time off, heal my hands, get a couple injuries right, and that's it. Get right back at it next year.
And last thing from me, you just spoke a little bit about this year, but when Dana was in here, he said he thinks you're the front runner for Fighter of the Year this year. I think a lot of people would agree. Can you just reflect a little bit on your journey this year from beating Darren Till to knocking out Ben Askren to what you did tonight?
I got a lot of things to do in my book before I close it off. Before I close this chapter and move on to the next in my life, I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm getting out these pages filled out. If I get Fighter of the Year, now I can give a fuck less. But my own personal goals and stuff, I will have them met before this career of mine is done.